Hi there, and with a slightly late Happy Christmas to everyone, I thought I'd show you all the amazing Lego-y gifts that friends and family gave me this Christmas. And if I start with the smallest items, first I have to introduce you to Pluto, my Christmas stocking. Myself, Mrs. Minifig Jez and my two daughters all have Disney stockings that hang up on Christmas Eve. There's Pluto, Mickey, Minnie and Daisy Duck. And just so Father Christmas knows whose is whose, we also all have these Lego tags which sit on top of our stockings. Now Father Christmas was incredibly generous to me this year and got me several poly bags. Now, thankfully, I was definitely on the nice list this year, as I got 3 Lego City polybags, 2 Ninjago ones, and also a custom Lego set. Now, the first two are from 2016, and this one is 30346, and this is called Prison Island Float Plane, and its partner for 2016 was 30348, and that was called Mini Dumper. Now, I love the mini builds that you get in Lego City polybags, but more importantly for me, I also don't have either of these minifigures. Now, the Prison Island Float Plane is quite an unusual set, and it's obviously used for getting from the mainland to the prison island, but it must be a commuter plane as there's no place to put a prisoner or either some cargo. Whereas the Mini Dumper is a very standard build, very similar to lots of other little mini diggers we get in Lego City. It's got this cool little tipper part on the front and several utensils as well. He's got a jackhammer here, a spade and a broom, and a little bit of fencing to warn people off where he's working. And then the other City polybag I got was 30353, and that was from 2017 and was simply called Tractor. It's a nicely designed mini tractor. The orange colour isn't my favourite, but it still looks good. It's got this snowplow piece on the front and another warning barrier for anyone nearby. The 2 Ninjago polybags I got are both from 2012. The first one is 30086 and that's called Hidden Sword. In it you get a white Zane ZX minifig, and as the title of the set suggests, you get this table which opens up and there's a gold hidden sword inside. The other one is 30087 and this was imaginatively titled Car. Now I've already opened this one up and built it, and you get a really cool Cole ZX minifig in black. The car's pretty basic but still very cool looking. It's got these nice gold accent pieces, but for some reason it's using wheel hubs without tyres on them, so it's not the best at rolling. And then the custom set I got was this telephone box from One More Brick. Now, if you're unfamiliar with One More Brick, they always use genuine Lego pieces, but they do their own custom printing on the parts. Now, I've been gathering the parts together to build my own telephone box recently, and although I liked how the roof was going, the standard Lego parts for the windows didn't quite look right. But as you can see, the printed parts on the Simply Bricks version look absolutely amazing. It's also got a 2x3 printed tile which represents a classic UK-styled payphone. It also comes with a little post box and a lamppost. And although the roof isn't quite the right shape for a UK phone box, I think what I'm going to do is use the walls of their phone box and the roof for my phone box and combine them together. Next we have 2 other small items. First of all, we have this really cool Grinch bauble, and a colleague at work gave me this, and again it's genuine Lego parts with a custom printing on it. And then next, this is off-brand Lego, but it's so cool I just had to show it to you. You get a bag of dozens of 2x2 plates, and they all attach to a studded Rubik's Cube. So obviously you attach 9 coloured plates to each side, and it's a really good Rubik's Cube. There's not too much friction, it's really easy to use, and the fact that I can customise this with any 2x2 plates or tiles or printed pieces is really cool. Slightly moving up in size, next I've got 76431 Hogwarts Castle Potions Class. Now I don't get all the Harry Potter sets by any means, but this one was on my Christmas wanted list because it's got so many different minifigs in it. I love all the curved tiles which go around the top of the room. There are so many different accessories for all the minifigures inside the room, but best of all you've got a very worried looking Seamus Finnegan whose spell has just gone wrong. And from the back of the box you can see that the classroom folds up into a cube and can be slid underneath the Great Hall set. Now the Lego City space theme in 2024 was absolutely amazing and all the sets were brilliant. And the only 2 sets of the wave that I didn't get were the 2 rovers. And I've been given the smaller of the 2 rovers, which is set 60431, and it's called Space Explorer Rover and Alien Life. Now both the rovers of the theme were really good. This has got independent suspension on these massive wheels. It just looks a really cool vehicle. You get these 2 triple-eyed aliens, which this astronaut is desperately trying to take a photo of. And you can see on the back of the box it's got great access inside with the roof, the canopy coming off on the top, and there's also an opening hatch on the back. So the only set of the theme which I haven't got is the larger rover, and I wasn't intending on getting that. However, it's about to become discontinued in the end of December, so maybe I'll try and find that maybe second hand hand or going cheap somewhere, and maybe I'll try and pick that one up too. But the best set of the City Space theme is actually coming out in January 2025, and that's the Modular Galactic Spaceship, and if you haven't seen my video on that, I'd thoroughly recommend going and checking it out. Now it's starting to get slightly too big for my build desk, but the next one is 60419, which was the Police Prison Island. Now, I really wanted this set to go in my LEGO City one day, and it's got some great features. On one side, you've got these two prisoners digging a tunnel underneath their bunk, and there's someone below with a cart to carry them away, and they've cunningly disguised the entrance of their tunnel with this huge leaf, but when they're ready, they can burst out and escape. Then over on the other side of the island, the prisoners have discovered a hatchway in the exercise yard, and with a bit of bad thinking on the architect of the prison island, underneath that hatchway is a handy pipe that you can escape out of. But it won't be an easy escape, because as soon as you're out in the open water, there's a danger of shark attacks. Now, I really wanted this set in my LEGO City, but like all LEGO City sets, it's open-backed. So once I've built this, I'm going to see what I can do to modify it so it will look like a completely enclosed island from all sides. So we're down to the last two sets and too big to fit on my desk with the tripod, so you'll have to bear with me with handheld mode. And as you can see, this is the Idea Set 21350, and it's simply called Jaws. Now, I remember Jaws coming out as a kid, and I remember being scared witless by it, and I still enjoy watching it all these years later, and I only have to cover up my eyes at a few parts. Now, this is obviously meant as a display piece with this wonderful plaque. You're going to need a bigger boat, but being minifig scale, this could easily be removed from its plaque and put into my LEGO City. Now, if you want, Bruce the shark can be detached from the boat and have his tail attached, and then he can be displayed on his own. The display stand has got this wonderful printed 2x4 tile. The three minifigs are really good representations of the characters in the film. But most of all, the orca just looks amazing. I especially like the picture on the back of the box reenacting the Show Me the Way to Go Home scene. So I think this one's going to get built and displayed for a while, but eventually both the boat and the shark will be removed and added to my LEGO City. And then lastly, my incredibly generous family gave me this absolutely huge set, which is 76435 Hogwarts Castle The Great Hall. Now, I've got a smaller, earlier version of The Great Hall which came out several years ago, but this one is absolutely ginormous. It comes with a whopping 10 minifigures and a troll big fig. As you can see from the back of the set, many different scenes can be fitted in underneath the Great Hall. And like I said earlier, the Potions class set, which I showed you earlier, can also be fitted in. The 76426 Boathouse set can be attached at the bottom of the stairs to the Great Hall, and that's another set which I've already got. But most interesting on the box is this picture on the side, which says part of the most detailed Hogwarts Castle. And next year, we're supposedly getting a clock tower, which will be in scale with this Great Hall and which will connect to it. So that is my absolutely mammoth set of Christmas presents this year. And I have to say a huge thank you to all my friends and family who are so generous and give me such amazing LEGO presents. In the comments below, let me know your favourite of these, and also please let me know if you got any LEGO for Christmas. If you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and of course, please subscribe for more LEGO videos.